Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of that humble little internet. Welcome back. This is Ryman's Bizarre Adventures in Katawa Shoujo. Continuing on that marathon so I can get this done before the end of the year. I make it seem like rushing through it, like I'm trying to get this done as fast as possible, like I'm not enjoying this. You don't understand. This series has been around for so damn long on my channel. My channel is known for two things. If you could sum up my channel for two things, it's war shit and visual novel shit. Is this weird concoction. And I'm waiting for the day where someone breaks down and says, oh, I'm gonna stick around with something. I'm gonna make a war, horror, anime, visual novel dating simulator. And now that I've put that in the universe, it's probably going to happen. Oh, that's right, we just had sex. The days since then have passed so quickly that the time seemed to slip through my fingers like water. Every time I try to talk with Shizune, she has been out running errands with Misha. I feel as if she's avoiding me. Is that a common thing after you know, I'm not surprised. Of course it bothers me, but I think the way she's acting seems pretty natural. Then again, it's not like I've been through this before. Just not gonna count those other seasons. I really feel like Misha probably would be the type to creep on the other side of a door or a wall and listen in on her friends having sex. I really feel like she's the type. It's not cold in this room, but I feel a shiver. Whenever I can't find Shizune, I end up running into Misha. And when I do ask her to help me with my signing, however, she's always ends up squirming out of it. We're leaving after today, so I'm determined not to let her escape this time. Once we head back to school, we're probably going to have to start grinding through more student council affairs in preparation for school restarting. School restart. So, come to think of it, I have a quick question. We're graduating, right? I believe so. What is Shizune going to do now that she's basically having to step down? You think she's gonna try and tank her grades at like the final second to be held back so she can stay in an infinite loop of being student council president? I want to brush up on my signing as much as possible by then, even if it's a day's worth. Come on, it's pretty much having a couple of sign language conversations. You do that all the time. Actually, you're doing it right now. Real, He-Shan? That's funny! Not the word I'd use. Misha temporarily stops her unconscious signing in order to wave her hands in front of her face in denial, but then quickly resumes gesturing everything to both of us as are saying to no one in particular. He-Shan, you're so persistent. Suddenly being interested in sign language again. I would have to be! I'm dating a deaf woman! What am I gonna be, like her father? And say, fuck it? Could it be that He-Shan wants to make a career out of it? That's not fair, that was my idea first! I'm hanging around deaf people. Why wouldn't I want to do more sign language, girl? Is everyone being stupid? You should be careful, He-Shan. Times change too quickly. By the time I decided I want to be a sign language interpreter, they had cell phones that people could type out whole paragraphs on. Amazing! Not very good for me, though. I don't want to text back and forth between someone. I want to have what seems to be the actual equivalent of a conversation with another human being. Why is this coming off as weird to me? As if she knows another deferral isn't going to cut it this time. Maybe she changes her tune pretty quickly. It's a more apologetic one. I'm sorry, He-Shan. I'm just so tired. Especially lately. Even though being C-Shan is fun, she has way more I call that what me in the gaming business call a butt fucking lie. She has more energy than you. You're like a kid hopped up on sugar and cocaine like 26 hours out of the day. Teaching on top of that would be too tiring. I don't have that much stamina. Sorry. It's like when she cut her hair, I think something changed. I think her drills held her power. Ooh. I'm on to something. I don't know what, but I'm on to something. She doesn't seem very tired. Shouting the statement with her usual cheer and vigor. I know it's wrong of me to keep pestering her like this, though. Actually, Shishin and I were planning on going shopping today. It's our last chance to pick up some souvenirs. Souvenirs from your hometown? That's just called getting shit. Souvenirs, huh? I almost forgot that I was on vacation. I understand what you're saying. Teaching doesn't seem so easy. Hideki asked me to teach him how to sign, and I was unbelievably lost the whole time. I am the last person on Earth that should be teaching anyone anything. But let's say I was pretty good at American Sign Language. Ryan, can you teach me some sign language? Sure. Do you want to know some basics? Or what exactly do you want to know? Oh, you just want to learn basic communication. Okay. I'm going to start with the ABCs with you. Here's what you don't do. You don't suddenly start teaching someone who's looking for a basic fundamental of sign language the intricate history of sign language. I didn't ask for a goddamn sign language history lesson. I asked to learn how to talk to my goddamn... I hurt my hand. Oh, that came down at a bad angle. Oh. Only I could physically hurt myself doing visual novel playthroughs on YouTube as a hobby. Okay, I'm good. Well, I wonder how it'll work out for you when you become a sign language teacher. You can't get tired too easily doing that. Yeah, right. I hope not. Hey, Shan, I'm kind of worried, but souvenirs. So, some other time, he Shan. Do you want us to get you something too? I could always just go shopping myself. I mean, what else am I going to do? What are my options here? What are honestly my options here on this so-called vacation? There's the best of the options here of just going into town with your friends and shopping, get some souvenirs and some shit. There's talking to Hideki and teaching him sign language or trying to get any kind of human response out of him, the poor child. Or actually, what would probably be the real bestest decision, talking with Shizune's father. That can only be a trip and a half. Just because I understand doesn't mean I don't want her to teach me. I suppose I can't press her any further now, though. Even I'm bothered by how selfish it would seem to do so. So I give up. It's the easiest thing to do. Just give up. No, don't get me anything. I'm serious. Don't surprise me with a funny shirt or something, okay? That's terrible! adorable. Please, there are two things that I love in terms of shirts. My Hawaiian shirts, because they're fun, casual, and comfortable, and funny t-shirts. That is when I'm not rocking either business attire or business casual. In terms of my fashion, if I had a choice, I'd be going around like it's the fucking 30s or 40s, okay? I don't know. That's just my level of peakness with fashion. I love that shit. Okay? I'm weird, I know. I have an old soul. Don't judge me too harshly for it. But if I had to dress down like that, either my Hawaiian shit or my funny t-shirt shit. So please. Yes. Yes! If there's a men's version of this shirt, yes! I don't like the sound of that. I love the sound of that! Slipping on her shoe, she yells goodbye to the otherwise empty house and opens the door to leave, letting out a cool breath of fresh air into the hallway. A tuft of dark hair peeking from the doorframe tells me Shizune is waiting for her outside. Good morning! Misha translates for me from beyond the doorway, and Shizune turns around to give me a small wave. Even though it's different from her usual offhand greetings in the smallest ways, there's the unmistakable hesitation there. It leaves me with a vaguely empty and distant feeling. I don't know. Maybe because I'm very inexperienced, do women just try to avoid you like this after you come inside them? Seems to me like it'd probably be the opposite. I'm only laughing, folks. One, because I'm an idiot. Two, I want to imagine the look on someone's face. They're coming into this particular spot, no context whatsoever, and they get bombarded with that question and statement. My one buddy, Chris, I think he said it best. I'm the type of friend that stops dinner conversations. You know what I mean? You know what he means? It's like, the guy, during a dinner party, everyone's, having such a great time. And then there's that one dude who says something and everyone just drops their forks. Like, oh my god. Hey Shane, you're up early. Am I interrupting a conversation? I was trying to get Misha to teach me how to talk to you, but I guess I was being impatient. And it can wait. You two are planning on going shopping today anyway. Having Misha there, I forgot to sign my words as I say them. Unfortunately, since Shizune moved to fill the doorway, Misha's behind her. This brief misalignment in our positions means that what I'm saying is totally lost on her. I don't understand you at all. There are things I want to say that I can't put in a way that she would understand, and there are entire conversations that she could have that would go right over my head. I want to tell her now that it won't be that way for much longer. Instead, I just say, never mind, and tell her to have a good time, then wave them off. It seems like everyone is out for the day, so I sit down on the biggest and most comfortable looking chair in the living room. Please tell me you're not referring to that. Biggest? If that's the biggest chair, I'm not saying it doesn't look comfortable. If that's the biggest chair, what are the other ones? Bar stools? Anyway, in the living room with a book. Not a sign language book, but one of the novels I checked out in the library in my first week that we're still holding on to it at the end of the fucking year. Oh wait, how long ago was our first week here? Gotta remember, I spend a long time in between some recording sessions, and I do this shit for a long time. For all I know, we've literally been at this school for only 3 weeks. That was so long ago. I should really start chipping at that pile of books I borrowed, or at least return them. Yes! 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 Best option, let's go! A day talking with this man! 16 pages in, Jigoro walks into the room, a stack of papers in one hand and his sword twirling idly like a baton in the other, casually shaking water from a recent shower from his hair. It's so angry! Why? Upon being seen doing something so ungentlemanly, he freezes like a deer in headlight. He's in his own home. He's in his own home. He stepped out of his own fucking shower. Leave him alone. And slowly moves onto smoldering with powerful but baseless fury as he sits down on the couch a few feet away. This is only the third time I've met him, and I am already starting to feel nauseous on reaction. I guess in a way this could be considered kind of charisma. I haven't even said anything and he already seems less than pleased. It's likely a bad idea to provoke him, and just talking to him it may count as provoking him. However, I can't help thinking of the alternative situations that could play out. Let's say I don't open my mouth at all and walk away. Maybe to go read in my room or outside. That would definitely go down as an unforgivable insult. He would probably tell me to hold it and destroy me. Either way, not too polite on my part. Let me try and rephrase this line for you, my boy. Good morning, Mr. Hakamichi. What are you reading? What are you up to? What are you reading? Start with a little bit more politeness than none, Hisao, rather than just going, what are you reading? The draft to my autobiography. It's a story of a man who wakes up to find an uninvited guest in his living room, sitting in his chair and reading shallow literature dreck. That sounds like a great chapter. I can relate to this part. I've barely started reading the book, and I don't even have an opinion on it yet. I can already see how this conversation is going to play out. So I might as well try to steer it a different direction. Where's Hideaki? You even ask questions rudely. Disgraceful. That aside, why would you even ask me such a stupid question? How would I... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Am I my son's keeper? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. This, I can already tell, this is going to be the greatest conversation I will ever have in my life. How do I break it to this man? How do I break it to this man that you are in fact your son's keeper? Oh no! Ooh. Well, you are his dad, and it seems like he does live here, so... But I guess I can't say that. Tempting as it is. I give up. I already tried to make small talk with him and failed. It's like trying to talk to a brick wall that also hates you. That is my cue to leave and shift through my wallet to see if I have enough money to go to a movie. As I'm about to stand, I have second thoughts. I'm too tired to go through trying to smooth over my problematic situations by trying to continuously walk away from them. It's hypocritical of me to get upset at Misha for trying to defer things when I even run from my own girlfriend. When Jigoro attempts to stop me, I'm almost glad, even though I no longer have any intention to leave. Wait! He says it with plenty of authority, but nothing else, as if it's just a particularly commanding afterthought. Only a very powerful or very arrogant person can tell someone to hold on in such a manner. I'm sort of impressed. You are in the student council with Shizune, aren't you? What is your job there? That is the question. What exactly it is do I do? I don't even know. Our boy just said yes to joining to get them to stop pestering him about joining. Ever since then, oh my goodness, we really have just been the lapdog. This is going to be the greatest conversation of my life. I don't think there are specific roles, other than president. Shizune is always trying to round up people to help her out here and there. Usually we might get like one person to pitch in, but otherwise the three of us do whatever needs to be done. It's crossed my mind a couple of times around when I first met her that Shizune's disquietingly analytical stare might be because of her bleh. Bleh, I can't read. Why can't I read today? I could smack myself across the side of the head a couple of times. That might actually get my brain to start, firing off some shots. But it turns out it's a trait shared by everyone else in her family. And that is okay with you? As a matter of fact, no. No. Oh my god, no. I really am just the lapdog of the group. I don't do anything. Oh my god, I don't do anything. Hisao, you need to go out and do something. You need to be more like Jigoro. Why wouldn't it be? You, Shizune, and that pink-haired girl? Is that really your entire student council? With a student council that small, they won't even bother to hold elections. I'm gonna take a guess and say that you didn't join the student council. Shizune drafted you into it. How does a man who knows so little about his children know so fucking much? You said you don't know exactly what your title is. That makes sense. I suppose if you weren't even elected, you couldn't be expected to know. After all, if you were not elected, you aren't really anything. No one is going to respect a student council like that. An unelected body of 3 people trying to scrounge up the equivalent of temp workers? It must be a sorry school if 3 kids having a tea party can't handle every issue. I want to read this man's biography. I want that man's biography to be turned into a goddamn movie. What's how small it is have to do with anything? If the student council gets things done, isn't that enough? It's not just a game, either. Maybe you should actually come to the school one day. If you get there on the right days, you might even be able to see what Shizune is able to accomplish. Do you think that I have so much free time that I can afford to waltz over to your boondocks and watch my daughter's feats of self-aggrandizement? I've never been more disgusted in my life. He called the school the boondocks. What what you're saying is that they may not have a student council, but the fact remains there is one. And Shizune got elected to it. And for her, it isn't a meaningless position. In fact, she works very hard for it. You sound like someone who voted for her. No, I just sound like someone who doinked her inside your house. No, I wasn't there for that. You didn't even vote for her. Well, besides that, why don't you ask Hideki about this? Shizune has wanted to be a high school student president since middle school. Really? She would have him read all her practice speeches, wasting his time. For what reason? This whole time, he hasn't even looked up from thumbing through his manuscript. It's getting increasingly frustrating. Because it isn't a game. We don't run the school, but it's not like we're just playing at it and not taking it seriously. I wonder if it's so wrong to not be a purist. I have been to your school. Really? The students there. Oh, please tell me your opinion on the students. I can already think of about a million things he might say, and I'm preparing my heart to sink on hearing any of them. It's funny, they are probably things I've thought before. They don't even have cleaning duty. This man had me in the first half, I'm not gonna lie. He's just going to imply that they're all lazy delinquents. That was not what I expected at all. He's also wrong. Yeah, that's a thing in case you folks at home didn't know. Oh, hold on. There's a frickin' thing there. Get it out of there. Like high schools in Japan? Oh yeah, they all have cleaning duties for the students. Yeah, when the school ends, a lot of them don't go home. They stay behind and they clean the school. It teaches a lot about responsibilities and caring about the shit around you. They do. I should know. I get to skip out on it since I'm in the student council. The concept of being wrong confuses Jigoro. I should take this opportunity to go on the attack. It's really odd that I'm thinking this way about a simple conversation. It sounds like the last time you were there was really some time ago. If you can leisurely write some memoirs, you can talk to Shizune now and then. Don't you think that she has Don't you think that she has stuff to be... Don't you think that she has stuff she is proud of? That's how young people are. We have things to be proud of. If you're writing an autobiography, you should get that. Such an opportunity, and I fucking blew it because I'm an idiot. I don't know how I was expecting him to react. Maybe introspectively, but Jigoro only grows angry by the second. Yet as he does, he also seems calmer. In a way. More sure of himself and in control. Why do you think you're to assume my life is so easy? You haven't even read my biography, yet here you are able to tell me how I should handle all my affairs, including dealing with my own daughter. You could never understand. Well, sir, you asked me the question, so I feel it's only fair that I ask you. What the fuck do you do? Even if I were to get up from this couch, walk over to you right now and punch you in the forehead with brass knuckles with a condensed edition of my life story on them, leaving my biography imprinted in your face, you would not understand. For 12 years, Shizune did not even talk to me, even though I hired multiple tutors and interpreters of all sorts for her to try and get her to become normal. What? Define normal, sir. It isn't as simple as you think it is. If she does not want to bother with me, then fine. I assume that is normal. When was the last time you have talked to your parents? Oh my god, I don't think we ever have! Not just this season, have I ever had to voice the father ever since the intro way back when? Oh my god, Hisao's a piece of shit. It has been a while, and I feel ashamed. More so that he caught me than at how easily I could have dropped my parents a phone call, or sent them an email, or even a letter, and haven't. This knowledge only makes me feel more ashamed. I thought so. If I wanted to see my parents, I couldn't. This is different. You weren't that far from her. It's only one train ride away. That is enough. No means no. You are very persistent. If only it was about something that mattered. I can't see, what you may have learned from my daughter, aside from that and how to backtalk people. Is that it? The answer is yes. I wasn't this persistent or argumentative before meeting Shizune and Misha. After all, prior to meeting them, I had just experienced a small death. It's a mystery as to why I refused to join the student council in the first place. Possibly it was from trying to get away from their nagging so much that I was able to get my energy back. It's a cute idea. I think again about why I'm still here. Just to suffer. Arguing with Ujigoro was pointless. Yet I think I almost look forward to it. And he's right. I can understand him. Even if I did, he wouldn't care. I'm a louse that crawls on a whale. Wholly insignificant. He has confidence that I don't have. Shizune does, and it could be the reason why I'm here now, in an almost shouting match with her father. It's because some of that bravery has rubbed off onto me. However, I don't have anything to keep it going. Still, I hate him. Hey, that's your opinion, not mine. I don't know what I can do. A few months ago, I think I would have punched him and let the consequences play out as they may. Actually, I think the man would have respected you more if you got up from this chair right now and punched him. But now, I can't risk it. If he were to hit me back, he'd likely kill me. So in the end, the only thing I could do is look at Jigoro in silence, knowing that I have no reply, and hate him, and feel completely at a loss. Oddly, he takes it as defiance. Because of course he does. Humph. Fine then. Have fun with that. Picking up his sword and using it to pull himself to his feet, he turns and casually saunters out of the room. I want to throw my book after him, but I'm happy to finally be alone, even if I'm not in the mood to read any longer. Greatest conversation I've had with my life, with probably one of the greatest characters in this story. You just verbally fucking destroyed me, as my retardation and dyslexia kicked into full gear, disallowing me to do any basic reading whatsoever. I know I'm trying to rush through this game as fast as possible to get back to old projects, to finish those, to start new projects, but I think it is slowly burning me out, and my brain probably needs a day to recover. I think that must be what's going on. Because I'm sure a few of you have been sitting there thinking to yourselves, listening to me go through this, like, I think his IQ is slowly but surely dropping at an alarming rate. This man needs a break. I did just hit a new chapter. We're getting onto a train. Our return trip to the school keeps getting delayed in one way or another. Shizune and Misha come back so late that there's no use to even leaving, and we end up staying another day. And like that, I will now give my brain a much-needed break. Ooh, the anchor. Folks, I don't know exactly how much of this game is left. I know we're still in Act 3, and there are 4 acts in total for every story, every playthrough. Maybe I'll give my brain a few hours to recover, and I'll try to put out another one later today. But other than that, my little vacay from work is slowly coming to an end. Going back to work tomorrow. I'll see you guys on the next episode whenever that does pop up. Stay awesome out there. Adios.